point is good. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Canes are in the hurry-up. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Makes the catch. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it on the move. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. And the Canes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Hurricane! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14. Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Time to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. This time on target. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Fletcher. Delivers Hurricanes have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's lofted. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
This time it's complete. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Scanning the field, it's back. Gets it to the back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. The Canes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He wants to throw it. He wants it all. Touchdown, Miami! Fitted in the window for the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He's looking deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Hits the crease. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown time.
And that shows you the importance of the run game and balance on offense. They run the football. Next play, they come back. Safeties, linebackers, bite on the run, opens up the big pass down the field. He catches it, and he glides into the end zone for 6.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's back. Punts it out of the air. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he was looking for his main man. He wanted to focus in on him. He wanted to force feed him the football. Nice job by the defense. Great coverage. Great job knocking the ball away.
This one's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes he goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Bernard. Quick step and go. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to...
Turning it on. Gets it past the marker. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action. Caught behind the line. It's Miller. It's a running room. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. They are really clicking along. First and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Let's send the tight end in motion. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Bama! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he added the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Makes the grab over the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't going to happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 35. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last.
Throws toward the end zone. Big fella moving. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Trying the left side. There he goes. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's back. Grabs it in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going for the big play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Miami. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead to 8. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Trying play action. He's going to let it go. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels, not able to connect with the quarterback on.
He's going to fire deep. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Man, that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field, but that offense got nothing going, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. And the Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
He lets it fly. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not.
Touchdown, Canes! He would not be denied. The big fella just wreaking havoc, running through the defense like they've never done a tackling drill. Man, oh man, what a run.
And speed is one thing, Reese. I like catching speed guys when you get them on the ground, but it's a whole other thing when you got big boys that run with bad intentions right at you, and you have to find a way to somehow get that mule on the ground.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Looking for a huge play. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Hurricanes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll try to get the edge with a toss play here. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just...
breaks into the open. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, Yes, that might have been huge.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. The Hurricanes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of touchdown Hurricane. And the route is on.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Makes the catch on the left. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open, man, zone.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Back to throw, it's Beck. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Miami! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish dry.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Motion from the wide receivers. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Mack. He's not afraid to go deep. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. On the run, it's Fletcher. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Snagged out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.